So I got asked a pretty good question today during our live trading session with the Learn Plan Profit team. So first off, quick little update on AMC. I reduced my position size a little bit. I have about $79,000 invested, up $1,900 on the day. Quick little update on that. PTON is also doing really, really good, indicating signs of an uptrend. We'll follow up with that. But this is about Tesla. I wanted to give you guys a really simple example on how I put things for myself. So this is not for investors. This is for traders. So if you're a swing trader and or a day trader, your approach or your intention is a little bit different, right? When you're investing in something, you're proactively adding more to your position size, and your focus and your intention is overall big picture. You're holding this for a grand or number of years potentially, and you see continuous growth, which is why you're investing into this company, right? I know that there's a lot of investors for something like Tesla. Tesla, as it's approaching previous highs, I'm sure a lot of you guys have seen that after Tesla hit, I think we can see it actually on the day chart. We can see that it came from highs of $900. It aggressively pulled back to $500, and we're really, really close to $900 a share. Do I think that Tesla's going to hit above $900? I do. I think that Tesla absolutely killed it with their earning reports yesterday. I'm all for Tesla. Tesla is bullish. It's consistent, especially with what's going on right now. It has a lot of momentum, and it's approaching previous highs. I think that when it breaks above 900, it can really begin to break out. A question, but that's not about that, right? I'm just using Tesla as an example. If you're trading Tesla, this is how I put it to myself every single time that I hesitate to lock in profits. And I think that it might be useful for you. So I really hope that if you learn something new and or if you find it useful, please consider dropping a thumbs up and subscribing. So the way that I put it is it's all based off of opportunity cost. So we saw that Tesla previously was at highs of $900. I think it was 940 cents, whatever, right? Let's say Tesla does break out. From where we're at right now, 898. Let's say it hits highs of 920. Let's be realistic. I think that it could hit highs of 920. I think it could continue to uptrend, but just like we saw last time when it hit 900, it loses its momentum. Some negative news might follow, and then it corrects itself. This offers about 2%, 2.3% upside. The way that I always put it to myself is opportunity cost. I don't know where you got in. We all got in at different levels, and you need to understand that this isn't going to be a black and white, just pretty answer for everyone. You need to take into consideration your opportunity cost. What's your average purchase price? How much is it that you're up, and what's the risk involved behind holding this position and not selling it? And I do mean that, right? You could potentially make, let's say, from current price points, 2.3% if it hits highs of 920. But if Tesla pulls back, which it normally does, right? Look at every single time that it rallies, it pulls on back to the moving average. It pushes up, it pulls on back to the moving average. It's not a bad thing. This is the way that a healthy stock trades. Pullbacks are part of the process. It allows the company to breathe and correct itself in some form of way. So by looking at this, if we were to pull back to the moving average, because eventually it will happen, there is no question that it will pull back. But it's more of like, what's the risk of holding versus the risk of selling? I would say that the potential or a realistic resistance, right? Let's say it hits 920, that was 2.3%. If it pulls on back, you have the potential to lose or give back, not lose, right? Because if you don't sell, but give back 13% on a conservative way. Right? And you can see that every single time it almost touches or goes below the moving average, regardless of how high it gets, right? I'm not talking about a Tesla crash, nothing like that. I'm just talking about a healthy correction. It's going to happen. It always does. So asking yourself that simple question. For a 2% upside, so are you not selling and locking in profits? I don't know how much you're up. For potentially being able to make 2% more versus your downside of 12 to 13%. This is how I put it to myself every single time that I hesitate to lock in profits. The reason I'm sharing this with you, again, this is for a trade, not an investment. The reason I'm sharing this with you is I feel like that approach can be very useful anytime you trade something, regardless if it's something like Tesla or even if it's something like AMC, right? There's always some form of risk involved behind a trade. Your job is to mitigate and manage that risk. And when taken into consideration, so let's say that, yeah, I do want to make that additional 2%. I understand that 13% downside. That's fine. If you put yourself in that position and you're okay with it, no one should try to convince you otherwise, right? For everyone that's holding AMC for the movement, I'm never here to convince you that you shouldn't hold. You're an adult. You do what you want with your money, but you take on the risk for the potential opportunity, just like Tesla. For the potential 2%, if you're okay with risking 13%, that's up to you. But the direction right now and the momentum is in your favor. But the last message that I want to leave you with that always gets me is don't just think about the opportunity cost, but think about that additional 2% and the action of holding because you want to make 2% versus a 13% downside. Is that best practice something that really, is that additional 2% something that really matters a year or 5 years from now? Is your future self really going to be like, I'm really happy and thankful I made an additional 2% off of Tesla? I feel like that really puts it into perspective for me. And if you feel like you would, like it was worth it, then so be it. You just justified, you understand the risk, the opportunity cost, upside versus downside, two sides to every opportunity, and you took your future self into consideration. And if that all aligns with your goal, then stick to it. But if you begin to then realize that you are right, 1 or 2%, even 5% might not be worth the risk of the potential downside, and that best practice of my upside not outweighing my downside isn't something that I want to really continue to do when I'm trading with a lot more money. So then why are you doing it today, right? That additional 2% isn't really going to make a difference 5 years from now. But what will make a difference is if you continue to not lock in profits and you go from a green trade to a red trade, and then you discourage yourself. You'll never get to that 5-year point. That's what I'm here to share with you. I think a way of always taking into consideration your opportunity costs and your future self really puts it into perspective if this is something that aligns with your goals. And if it does, then great. That is your focus and your intention. And if it doesn't, then I feel like it makes it easier for you to understand and keep yourself in check. Trust me, I get it. It gets very exciting when the direction is in your favor. But you need to make sure that your actions today are something that align with your future self, which is exactly why I'm making this video. And trust me, I'm not here to trigger anyone that's invested in Tesla or invested in any stock. I'm just using Tesla as an example, as it was asked. It was asked during our live trading session today. So let me know in the comment section what you guys think. Do you think that it puts it into perspective? Do you think that this is a good example and a good way to be able to approach the market if you're trading or swing trading? I just feel like it keeps you very realistic and keeps you in check to focus on your future self. So I'd love to have you guys join. I don't know if you've ever joined any of my live trading sessions. I host one every single day for my Learn Plan Profit group, but I'd love to give you access if you want to join us tomorrow. All you have to do is message me via Instagram. The link is actually down below in the description. And you can message me live trading. You want to tune on into tomorrow's live trading. You just have to make sure you message me quick so I can get back to you with the link for tomorrow's private live trading session. I appreciate you guys' time. Hope and wish you guys an amazing rest of your day. I hope Tesla breaks above $900 shares, $900 a share for all of you guys. But again, I just thought that I would share that perspective and that approach that I feel like really keeps me in check. Please consider subscribing. And like always, let's make sure that we end the year on a green note. Take it easy, team.